line where John dies.
Yeah, it's. I know. I the entire review spoiled the movie, and I
Yeah,
had
I'm-
heard about the movie before, but
Yeah, I'm
That's
recording,
something
so don't
very
spoil it
early
for.
on.
no, I'm recording, and we have a huge fan base, so you
Huge.
can't spoil it to the and thousands of people who watch us every day. So
there's nothing to spoil. It's a shitty movie, and nobody should watch it.
I enjoyed it.
I'm going looking for it after this.
you can see the subscribe count going down.
Going down. Oh no! Oh no! All the people that love Terminator Dark Fate. Oh no! What I've done? We lost half a person.
What's wrong with them?
I wonder how big the Venn diagram is of our subscribers and people who like Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah. And me saying it's a really bad movie. There's nothing wrong with enjoying bad movies. There are a ton of bad movies that I enjoy watching because they're entertaining. They're not good movies, but they're entertaining. That's a different thing.
I like me some crappy B-grade sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh
Oh
yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah, mindless fun.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Completely agree. Yeah, but B-hole is kind of like 2020 by definition, right? It's kind of a big long horror movie so far. So, like, how many of you are in lockdown, or is it kind of only Israel?
We're not.
No, not lockdown really.
Just you?
I feel we should simply move out, and then we can play D&D, eating pizzas, seeing actual human beings.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What kind of lockdown are you guys in?
It's the second one.
Yeah, and today they opened up. We've been in a lockdown for about a month, and today they opened up the kindergartens. And up to kindergarten is open. Grades first and up are still learning from home.
Yeah, homeschooling.
Right. Kindergartners are super healthy and sanitary when they're around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand the science, but the scientists say that they are the least contagious for some reason.
Yeah.
I think all the scientists want their kids to be in the kindergarten.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Scientists are tired of trying to teach them from home, work from home.
Oh my god.
I think all of our schools
I think-
are in.
I think it's optimistic to believe that the politicians who are making these rules are listening to the scientists, though.
It's
At least
like,
Well,
we know it
it's-
isn't true. That it's not optimistic. It's kind of
Uh,
we know that isn't true.
in some places they kind of do, but
Some
yeah.
people do. Not
It's kind of
here.
rare.
Where that's for sure.
Our like the greatest achievement we had is, I mean, during the quarantine, is that my little one, he learned how to ride a bike with no aid, like
nice.
no wheels, and you can see that. I mean, this is him, and you can see my bike, like we're riding together. And
Cool.
there was one day that he did 6 kilometers before 9 a.m. Like we're getting
That's
back home.
legit.
Yeah, and that's kind of during the lockdown. So we're getting back home. I'm done, and he's kind of taking out his helmet and saying, "Okay, what's now? What are we playing next?" And I'm like, "No, you got it all wrong. I'm gone."
That's the whole day.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that was
Mike-
kind of.
We had the same experience also. I mean, my daughter's learned how to ride the bike finally, and it's really fun. Now I need to get a bike for myself.
I just took my Omel's bike. They're big enough for me, so
Cool.
yeah. So at least we have that. Yeah. So back to
Only she kept trying to tell me, "Look, Daddy, no hands." And then, "Look, Daddy, no legs." And then when she was driving near a road, "Look, Daddy, I can do it with my eyes closed." And I was like chasing her.
yeah, but
The
I
joy of being a parent.
yeah, but I do have to admit that my D&D kind of game nights count went way up. The Israeli group is kind of they want to play basically every night. I have to kind of push them and say no. it's kind of amazing. So I hope this will kind of carry on to the days after after COVID, but yeah. So we are all here, and Emiliano isn't going to show up, and so I think we can start and see what happens. So episode 61, which is kind of cool. So last time that we met, you took Glump, I think you kind of called him something like that, your aberrant eyewitness pet. This is kind of the fluffy reddish piece of flesh with eyes protruding from it. You took him with the Tritons to a place called the Wall-In Protectorate. It's basically like this massive reef. It's a castle, an underwater castle, in which all the Tritons kind of reside. You have met their king, one named Zarlas Gaharorath, and he is a weird-looking Triton, like the lower body of a crab or something like that, and the torso of a human. And the Tritons told you that they have someone that can help interrogate Glump, because this creature can only communicate via collecting the thoughts of other creatures and kind of knitting them into sort of words and sentences. But simply communicating with it is too difficult for mere mortals. But they have someone who can actually help you read his mind. And when you got to the Protectorate, they told you, we don't have a lot of time. We need to do this inquiry and interrogation as soon as possible, while you were very protecting of Glump, saying that you don't want any pain involved in the process, and they promised you this isn't the case. They also told you that they are involved because they are not natives of this plane. They came to the Forgotten Realms, to Faerun, after they followed something that slithered out of their plane into this place. They couldn't tell you what it is, but they felt the threat, and so they moved from their plane to this plane to try to protect the residents of this place from that creature. And they were basically very, very much reduced. A lot of their people fell under the influence of that creature. Did I tell you, did I give you a name or something like that? I'm not sure, actually. Or maybe you don't remember. Okay. So the only name they have for it is the Tyrant. This is it. So a lot of their people fell under its influence, and they had a kind of a schism between the Tritons, the group that is under its control, and the group that is now talking to you. Into the room, into the shuttle bay of this rift, where you kind of parked your Nautiloid, enters an Illithid, someone you have already met before at various points through this campaign, the Mind Flayer Vosdarava. And he approaches Glump with his kind of long fingers and his tentacles, eagerly looking to interrogate this creature. And I think this is where we stopped last time. Any questions? Things that you want to kind of, or is everything clear?
All right.
I remember that I have like a note saying that Vastarava is the one who created this creature. Is this does anybody else remember such a thing?
No.
Am I making it up? Okay.
You have to prove it. Yeah, that's fine. So, as this creature, as Vosdarava approaches Glump, you can see Triton soldiers basically arm up, wearing like special underwater garments and harpoons, ropes, and scimitars, and they simply jump off the riff. The place that you are in was kind of cleared from water. You have kind of a good reason to believe that the rest of the castle is flooded at all times. The Tritons don't care, but in your honor, they kind of expelled all the water. So they simply kind of jump through the windows. There are many windows, many kind of opening in the rift, so you can see all around you this magnificent view of Triton flocks swimming by and basically patrolling around the riff. You can see giant fish like sharks and all kinds of other underwater creatures, jellyfishes, etc., kind of hovering about. And the Tritons, when they want to leave, they simply jump through the window. They pass through this magical barrier that prevents the water from coming in, and they're out swimming. And it looks like someone is kind of shouting like, go, 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 we must do this fast, 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 they'll be here in a minute, go, 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 go. And they simply jump, 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 and a moment after that, a couple more nautiloids emerge from the riff, and they are sailing slowly toward the horizon. King Zarlas looks worried, and he nods to Vostarava like, carry on, and then he starts to leave. What do you do?
Ask him who are these people? What are those nautiloids? Who is in them?
The king looks at you and tells you, well, these are our people. We expect the Illithids to attack at any time.
Why?
He points at the creature that you have brought into his realm. He's broadcasting our position. This was a calculated risk. We'll hold the line, but you have to complete this interrogation.
Okay.
We have to do it, or he have to do it, and I point at the mind flayer, Buster, whatever.
He says, well, he has the skills, but and he kind of, puts a large arm around you, a large wet arm, and whispers, but you need to don't take your eyes off of him. I don't completely trust him.
Oh, good.
And he winks and takes a harpoon and leads a squad of Tritons out of the room. Use the lower floors. We'll be better protected there.
Okay. So how's it going to work? Is Vostrava going to be like a translator?
And then you kind of hear in your mind a voice. Yes, I will.
Okay. Good.
So Vostrava is leaving.
So the King Zarlas is leaving with a host of Tritons. He leaves something like 4 soldiers with you, who will show the way to an underground complex in which you can actually sit down, bunk in, and start the interrogation.
All right. Well, I guess let's go. They're gonna.
Let's
Okay.
start with. Let's start with who created him and why.
Are you talking to who? To your friends? To Vostarava?
To my friends. Let's start.
I thought it was more important to get information about the rift they are opening in Neverwinter first, especially if we're running out of time.
Yeah.
You can ask about his background and how his childhood was and everything after we gotten the important information.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, while we're walking down, I'm gonna telepathically message Galen. Remember, you can't respond, so I'll just say, "Should we just kill Vostrava right now? He's been a thorn in our side."
Later, I say out loud for no reason.
I pretend like I didn't hear him say that.
But sure, later.
Okay.
Forgar, one of the Tritons, kind of looks at you. You can see that he's wearing maybe the Triton equivalent of a Spider-Man suit or something like that. It's very tight. It's black, full of kind of crisscrosses of web patterns all over its body, and his face are covered with what appears to be almost like a scuba, leather kind of wrapping. He holds
Shit, it's the
a
gimp.
what?
I said, "Oh shit, it's the gimp."
It's the
It
gimp,
was the
yeah.
mouth or what?
And he holds a harpoon that has a kind of a tube connected to its backpack. Its backpack is kind of made of two shells, which have all kinds of runes written on them. And he looks at you and say, "This way."
All right, I'll go that way.
So you, so you all walk.
Makes off from
Borgar's going some other way with a random guy. Is that what's happening?
So it seems like he's expecting you all to kind of follow, but as you go, and the three Tritons that are part of this squad kind of go left, right, move you through this underwater castle. They hover their hand, kind of wave their hand in front of runes etched to the walls, and water kind of gets pushed out of the way as you go. So everything is wet and smelly, and on some occasions you can see kind of puddles with fish kind of flapping inside them. They take them, throw them outside.
That's nice. I'm gonna take a mental note of what rune they wave their hand in front of,
Okay, yeah.
and if there's a point where I can kind of walk up to the one who's in the lead
Mhm.
and like reach my hand out first, like just kind of casually, like just go and just see if it works for me. I'd like to do that.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I think that's an 18.
Okay, so simply by watching them do it. How much?
20.
Okay, so simply by watching them do that for the first couple of times, you very quickly get the hang of it, and you can imitate that gesture, and you think you can flood the room or kind of expel the water with these runes.
Okay.
So after a couple of minutes, as you kind of move through the castle, one thing is very clear. This isn't like a fortified fortress in which you can simply go through corridors made of stone. This is a coral reef, so it's open everywhere. You basically need to kind of move between kind of holes on the ground, and you can see holes on the ceiling and on the walls through which you can simply see the waters around you up to a certain point, because it's very dark. Right when the Tritons kind of turn and show you into one such large room, something explodes in the distance. So it's kind of an underwater explosion, and I need you all to roll perception at this point.
Cool. We got a natural 20.
19 for me.
Okay.
7.
Okay, let me know if the music becomes too much. So 7, 20,
26, actually.
26. Okay. Who was the 7?
10.
29.
So what?
29.
29 for Peleus. Amazing.
Nice.
Galen?
19.
Okay, very perceptive. So Forgar, I assume you are the 7?
No, I'm the 10.
You're the 10. Okay, and Andorus is the 7. Okay. So Quarian, Peleus, and Galen, you believe that you see some kind of a vortex opening up. It's very hard to kind of assess the distance, but some form of a vortex opens deep under the sea, and 6 nautiloids slip through it, tentacles outstretched, followed by a few what appears to be kind of globes of power, within them hovering mind flayers, and this whole kind of fleet starts to swim towards the reef, and the Tritons immediately react with some change of formation of their own, and it seems like kind of an underwater battle is about to start.
I didn't notice it, but Quarian did. Is it the sphere? Is it the same thing that the Red Wizard tried to escape in?
It seems like it's the same construction. Yeah.
Okay. How many listed do we see inside each globe?
Oh, many.
One per globe, though, right?
Yeah.
Just lots of globes.
Yes. So it looks like bubbles coming out of this funnel with those nautiloids that from afar seems to be like swimming squids, but you know exactly what they are. Vostarava looks at it and says, "We don't have a lot of time. Let us start now."
Yeah, we don't really need a special room, do we? Looking at the Triton who is escorting us, can't we just do it like here? I assume we haven't arrived yet.
So they kind of look at each other, and one of them, the one that is next to Forgar, kind of nods, and then they say, "Yes, this will do fine. We'll guard from the outside."
Okay. So we said that the first question would be about the rift in Neverwinter. How are they going to open it? When? What's going to come through it?
Okay. So Vostarava looks at you. So do you kind of tell it to the Ilfid, or are you still among yourselves?
I think we can talk to the Illithid. Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we with the Mind Witness now?
So you have Vostarava with the Mind Witness, and all of you kind of circle this creature, while Vostarava kind of from his sleeve produces a stone and then leaves it, and it starts circling its head. Whoops.
The Tritons, are they still with us?
Outside, yes. One of them is from the inside, kind of looking at you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up beside the Mind Witness, and I'll telepathically communicate with him, and I'll say, "It's okay. He's promised he won't hurt you, but if he does, I need you to let me know." And then I'll stand beside him and look at the Mind Flare, and bore holes into him with my eyes.
Okay. So you all witness Vostarava as he kind of flings the stone that he took out from his sleeve. It starts circling its head, and he bores his glowing eyes into this fleshy figure. And at this point, things start to get weird. I need you all to make intelligence saving throws.
Hey.
6.
Galen with a 6. Quarian with 15.
Yeah.
And the rest?
20 for Peleus.
20 for Peleus. And the rest?
13.
13. Forgar?
11.
11. This is amazing. Okay.
Rolling
Better
several
than my
play
last
games.
roll.
Yeah, they're doing good.
So it seems like the psychic energy of both the eyewitness and Vostarava kind of collides and then explodes around you. So you are sucked into this interrogation process. So all you see are visions everywhere. You kind of walk in a room full of visions that kind of explode into your mind. And what we'll do is, through the rounds that are about to start, you'll kind of have a way to try to understand bits and pieces of the interrogation process that goes on between the two. But this will happen in a moment. I need you all to roll for initiative, so I can determine like who's doing what and when.
I think you should just turn off the music. It's not really working very well. It only picks it up when you talk.
Done.
Mhm.
Just sounds weird. And 23 for Galen.
Okay.
2 for failures.
Wow.
Yeah.
2. Okay.
My initiative is
Poor
always.
Gar got a 1.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
And not a natural one. Remember that. It's not a natural one.
13.
And the rest with a 13.
Quarren has a 14.
14 for Quarian. Okay. That's it, right? Right. Okay. So. Good. So, Galen, you see that the power kind of explodes between the two creatures, but you can also see thoughts and scenes, basically, from your friends around you. So, who do you want to kind of focus on? Do you want to kind of look at a scene that comes from Vostorava, from the eyewitness, from one of your friends? Like, what do you want to kind of focus on?
I'll focus on the mind witness.
The mind witness. Okay,
Yes.
good. So he looks at you. I mean, the in this scene, he basically is the creature kind of looks at you, and you can see mind flares around something like 6 or 7 human slaves. They cast like weird spells and activate all kinds of weird equipment, and the flesh from the bones of those slaves kind of is being liquefied into a vat, and their eyes, they kind of the mind flayers pluck their eyes and put them into this vat, and using some weird crazy magic they create this glump of yours. Like this was the creation process of this creature. So this is what you see. From the distance, you can feel the rift shaking, like something massive hit it. Anything you want to do?
I will try to like enter like a meditative state, sort of, and like try to keep focus on myself and try to not get, my mind scattered. Think like keep my thoughts calm in this weird chaos that is floating around me.
Okay.
And just center myself while I focus like on a few specific things.
Good. So
I do have like an ability that's called stillness of mind, so sort of that, even though it won't really do anything.
okay,
new,
that's
but
good.
just like a calming center in this chaos.
So while you're doing that, make another intelligence saving throw with an advantage because of this stillness of mind.
16 then.
16. Okay. So for the next round, you are basically in the real world. So after you saw that vision, you kind of get back to yourself, and you can see that the Illithid Armada is kind of really, really close right now, and there are explosion, magical lances, and kind of spells are flung underwater, and the Tritons are having like a massive battle there, and it seems like they're having a really difficult time holding the Mind Flayer back. Next in line is actually Quarian. So
Okay.
Quarian, you also failed that initial saving throw, so you are also in that, vision psychic vortex. Who do you kind of focus on? Your friends, Vostorava, the eyewitness?
I think I'll focus on the eyewitness
Okay,
as well.
good. So as you focus on it, you get a sense that the creatures, that the mind flayers that have created it are, well, they are doing this magic to create it, and then there is some sort of an explosion, and then you can see mind flayers fighting mind flayers. You have a kind of a reason to believe that the mind flayers themselves have two factions, much like the Tritons have two factions. So it's kind of very difficult to understand like their mind, their state of mind. You do get two names, the Vost Adar and the Vost Mirage, as names for those factions. You have a sense that the Vost Adar are those that have fallen to the tyrant as well, while the Vost Mirage are fighting them. Now I need another int saving throw.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay, so you are still in the dream state. So remember that, because writing all this down is really complicated. Andorist, you are next. Dream state it is for you, so what do you want to do? Who do you want to kind of focus on?
Vostrava, of course.
Okay. So as you are focused on Vostrava, you have a sense that, or you kind of see a scene that he is talking to the Xanatar back at Waterdeep, that they agree on some sort of a scheme together, and you get the vision of Harshnag being in the Xanatar's prison, as this was kind of a part of Vostrava's scheme. He wanted him there. There is a secret locked in Harshnag's head, and Vostrava is very eager to kind of extract it.
Right.
So this is what you kind of learn. Make an intelligence saving throw.
I will fail that saving throw.
Okay, so that's fine. So still at the dream state, which is cool. At this point, Galen, you can see, as I told you, this room is kind of not fortified, so you have all kinds of windows open to the sea. You can see a nautiloid exploding just like 60 feet off the window, and from it 3 mind flayers kind of whirl out. One of them smacks against the reef, and there is a big purplish stain of blood that kind of explodes through the sea. But 2 of them manage to creep through the window and into the room, and they immediately attack the Tritons and your friends. So on their turn, one of them will rush to one of the Tritons and smack it with its tentacles. All 2, like there is 1 dead, but the 2 that have survived the explosion seem very, very badly hurt. So the 2 of them try immediately to kind of suck on 2 of the Tritons. So one of them fails and falls on the ground twitching. The other one also fails its attack. So they seem kind of on the verge of dying, in need of some nourishment to kind of sustain themselves. So this is what you see. Peleus. Now, Peleus, you have succeeded in the first int roll, so you are not affected by those visions. You see reality as it is. Your friends kind of seem dazed. There was this nautiloid exploding. 2 mind flares are now in the room. Vostrava is using some psychic magic to communicate with the creatures, with the mind witness. What do you do?
Can I? So, before I use my wild shape to turn into something, who of our party is like next to me? Who is in the sort of dream state?
So you know that Aquarian, Anderist, and basically these two are in this weird.
And Quarian is like somewhere in my vicinity also.
Yeah, let's say so.
Okay. So I will run up to Quarian then, and I like shake him to try to wake him up.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So Quarian, you get another intelligence saving throw to kind of be waking out.
I don't wake up.
He's still kind of
Leave me alone. I'm tired.
5 more minutes, Mom.
Yeah. But that was kind of your bonus action, so you can still do.
Okay, so after he doesn't wake up, I don't suppose I have infinite space in here, so I guess I'm just gonna turn into something maybe not too big, something like a bear maybe.
You're not gonna turn into a fucking like Brontosaurus?
Not today, not today.
Just the giant blue veil, like crush everything in the room.
Well, now that you mention it, no, I'm gonna turn into a bear and try to defend my sleeping allies.
Okay, so you want to attack one of the mind flayers?
I will stand in front of Quarian.
Okay, good. So Forgar,
Yeah.
you also you are also in this vision realm. Let's call it this way. So you can focus on your friends, or on Vostarava, or on the mind witness. But you also notice some very weird scene from one of the Tritons. From one of the Tritons. It seems like one of them has kind of thoughts on flying on dragon wings.
That one I definitely focus on.
Okay. So as you do, he kind of looks at you, and you have a feeling that you are flying in the air with a dragon. And this is all in the mind of that Triton. And he looks at you and says, "What do you have with all those humans? You belong with me. You belong with us in the air. Look at all the mountains. The beauty of it. It's ours for the grasp. Don't you agree?"
I definitely want to fly, and I want to have this in my own head flashback to that ship with the big map that didn't say Forgoria, but that's what it says.
Right.
In your mind, it does.
So
yeah, exactly.
So it seems like he's also reading that, and he says, "Do you want it to happen? Do you want it to come into being? Your realm, Arcosia. I've been there, I've seen it. Well, there are some sacrifices to be made, but we can make it happen. Do you want it?"
Maybe. I don't want to leave my friends behind. We've been through a lot.
So his you can see now that there is a magnificent sword on its back, and he's reaching out to it, and then the entire reef kind of shakes again. I need you to make another intelligence saving throw.
I'm gonna roll a different die this time. The last one sucked. This one will be good. That is It's an intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
That's a 15.
A 15. Okay. A 15 still keeps you within
Oh, damn it.
dreamland. So we'll see next round what he'll say to you. Galen, what do you want to do at this point?
I want to quickly go over to Andres, just gently put my hand on the shoulder and sort of use an ability I just got last level. You can learn to touch the key of other minds so they can understand all spoken language, and moreover, any creature that can understand the language can understand what you say. So I want to say something to Andres that hopefully get through to his dreamy mind state, like mind to mind weird shit, and just say, "Let me know what you when you've gotten what you need, and I will end this." And then I'll move over to the nearest mind flare that burst into the room and attack him.
As he's trying to eat one of the tritons. So, yeah.
Yeah. Who cares about that? I just that's just a nameless NPC. Who cares?
No, my name is John.
Yeah. Again, who cares, John?
Oh, now he's named.
Jack, whatever. I don't want to hear about your 3 kids and your backstory and everything. 19, 23, and 22.
All hit.
Nice.
Minimum damage, not minimum damage, and not minimum damage. Good. So that's 29.
Okay, so you jump this main flare and you start smacking. So do you want to kind of describe how you kill it? Because he was so wounded.
Well, I'll just grab the back of head and smack him into like the trident that he's currently eating. Just smash them together, like smashing his head into the trident. I don't know what happens to the trident. Like as long as the mind flare dies,
Okay,
who
so
knows what happens to what was it?
Does any farmer with you?
Yo,
That's right.
something.
Good farmer.
Whatever.
so you kind of enforce a mind meld between the two.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Quarian. Are you in dream state or I think
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are. Okay.
Oh,
So
by the way, did I need to make another save again?
no, you're basically out. Once you're out, you're out. Yeah. So again, your friends, you can see kind of Forgard looking like having this weird vision of flying like a giant dragon above mountains. Your other friends has all kinds of thoughts running through Vosterava also. The mind witness, same. So what do you want to know? Who do you focus on?
I still want to focus on the mind witness, and if I can try to somehow control it, I want to ask about, or to give him the idea of Neverwinter, to see if I can get any information about that.
Okay. So when you kind of look at it and try to think about Neverwinter, you can see a vision of a party. There are many guests. They are dressed elegantly, drinking wine, talking among themselves, like they have good food. And then the scene kind of goes, as if you are in an elevator. This scene kind of goes up, and you are drawn underground under many layers of stone. And then you can see this vast room lurking with intellect devourers, and they start to kind of climb up and up and up and up and up, and with this vision, you can also see your wife wearing black leathers, and it seems like she is walking with those intellect devourers, and many of her friends, her Zentarim friends, are there as well, kind of preparing for battle, kind of oiling their weapons and putting potions and stacking like ropes and bolts and
That's it. I'm gonna need to find a priest to divorce us.
So at this point, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, got a 10.
Okay, still in Dreamland.
Yeah.
Okay. Enderist.
Still in the dreamland. Still gonna focus on Vostrava. And if do I feel like his mind is somewhat malleable right now? Like, can I feel like I can influence it at all?
That's a good question. You believe that he is very deep within the interrogation process, so maybe he is a little bit off guard.
Okay.
That's
So I'd like to. Can I physically do that? Can I cast a spell, or can I just think things? And,
no,
will.
that's a good question. So let me know what you want to do, and then we can see.
Well, I either want to cast suggestion on him, or I want to just try and encourage him to think in a certain way so that I can see what he's thinking.
So talk to him. Like you can't really cast a spell here, but you can talk to him. Yeah.
So I'd like to project a thought and a feeling of Vostarava victorious, achieving his goal, whatever that happens to be. And I want to see what that looks like. Like, I want to see what he thinks about when he thinks about being victorious.
Okay, so you kind of tap into his mind, and you can see him hovering over a snowy terrain. There is this huge mountain covered with snow, and from that mountain's front, you can see that the face of a temple basically is carved from the bedrock, and this is a giant temple, like giant sized. So as Vostarava kind of hovers toward the doors, the doors are kind of way bigger than him. It opens, the door opens, and then this bright light of knowledge beacons at the mind flayer, and then you hear thousands of them shouting in happiness of their freedom, as if him visiting this place will set his people free. So this is his kind of victorious moment.
Do I see or know anything about, like, what do you mean by his people? Or his people mind
flares by the thousands.
Okay. And there's no, like, fields of slain enemies behind him or anything like that?
Slain enemies. So he kind of, you feel that he's looking at you as he kind of stands in front of this temple. All you can see is his like glowing eyes in this mass of tentacles, and he tells you or kind of communicates, Harshnag is the key to freeing my people.
Okay.
Okay, intelligence saving throw.
Fail.
Okay, still in the dreamland. So we have one mind flayer dead. The other one looks at you, Galen, and it kind of concentrates and then unleashes this a spell, basically, or kind of okay, so okay, he'll do that. So he will look at you and then unleash this wave of psychic energy. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
Just enough. Damn it. So no, I'm kidding. I'm in favor of you and not of the monster. Yeah. But you believe that this.
I know the feeling.
I know the feeling. So you believe this creature was trying to dominate you. So he kind of looks at you and tries to strip you of your mental defenses, but then it crumbles against your strength of mind. He tells you in broken common, you will die and not know even why.
Oh, I'm already dead and in control by a demon. More powerful than you.
At this point, Galen, you can see a nautiloid kind of breaks free from all of the cloud of tritons that engulf it and is speeding off toward your area. It opens its mouth, basically all the tentacles, and then it shoots something like 5 black lumps of ichor. They splat on the wall, and from them emerge what appears to be this horrid aberrant combination between draw and spiders. They start crawling on the floor toward your room. So they kind of fly, and they open their legs, and they are about to hit the wall.
Great.
Yeah, so
How big are they? Are they like...
these are dryads. Dryads, basically. So six of them. Not dryads,
Riders.
Driders, yes, sorry. So 6 of those are about to enter the room. Peleus, you also see this. What do you want to do? So you have most of your friends are still locked in this, interrogation process with Vostarava. It seems like Galen is kind of awake. You see that a nautiloid has basically fired 6 driders. These are like huge spiders with the torso of a female draw. They are on the walls, the external walls of the rift, and they're about to enter this room that you are in. And that's it, basically. So what do you want to do?
And there's a window that we could
many windows, many openings. Even in the ceiling and in the floor, there are openings.
Okay, I will.
It looks like it looks like the Gungan world from Naboo, right?
Maybe. I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm like, maybe you're right. I'm just.
The Star Wars?
Star Wars.
I don't have the mental image of.
The
Underwater city.
Phantom Menace, the one with young Anakin, when they go into that underwater world and it's just like a whole bunch of bubbles, and they can just like walk out of the walls and be swimming and shit.
Yeah, probably. It sounds.
All right.
Sounds
I'm
like
the only one who knows it.
No, that's fine. I'll go watch the movie.
All right, I got somebody.
I will forcibly grab Galen and make my way out of this room, out of a window. Galen under my arm.
Okay, you do need, like, as you kind of push through the window, there is this magical barrier that kind of keeps the water out. So as you kind of push yourself out of it, you are in, 600 meters beneath the...
Can I resist getting pulled out of the window, please?
You can try.
You can try, but my question is for Peleus, like, can you breathe underwater?
I mean...
You can hold your breath for a couple of rounds. Okay, so yeah.
I mean, my thinking is that before I pass out from not being able to breathe, I will just turn into something that can.
Okay, yeah, and probably Galen can do that too, right? So Galen, if you want, you can simply strength context, like, see if you can get yourself out of
strength. Really?
Yeah.
I can't use my acrobatics to nimbly dance out of the way?
It's either strength or dexterity. It's fine.
Okay, I can use my dex then. Good. Oh, 18.
Okay.
My dex deck.
And mine is 16.
Okay, so as you kind of move out of the window, Galen is kind of gets free from your grasp. So you find yourself outside, kind kind of holding yourself because you're half weightless in front of 6 Driders. They also kind of seem to be holding their breath.
My intention was actually to get out of a window that's not on the same side. Where
Okay, got it. You got it. You got it. No problem at all. Good. So that was Peleus, who is now next to a window. Forgar, still in the dream state.
Yeah, I'm riding a dragon.
Yeah. So this weird Triton dragon kind of looks at you and says, "We need you. We need you to end this. Do you want to end this?" And he kind of draw this massive sword, and it radiates power, and you know that this is a holy avenger. This is like, the holy grail of all paladin. It's kind of radiates power. It's all righteousness and justice, and he hands it to you and says, "We need you to slay Harshnag. Slay Harshnag. And this will come true."
My friend.
He's a casualty. If people will learn what he knows, and he kind of waves toward all your empire, this will not come to be. Look at this. Look at your friends. And he kind of gestures towards them, and you can see Galen smashing Tritons and Illithids together, and you can see this bear swimming outside, and you can see Andorist kind of, I can kill this and kill that, and you can see Quirion with all his magics, and he kind of says, "They're not like us. These are not nobles. You deserve this empire. We deserve this empire. Slay Harshnag." And he gives you the holy avenger of the Dragonborn.
I don't know about this.
Just remember the shard. As you kind of hold the sword, and he tells you, "Remember the shard. The shard. Remember the shard. The shard. Remember the shard." And then this vision kind of...
Man. Is there do I need another intelligence check?
Yes.
Or am I'm hooked on this?
You
Yeah.
can't just fail on purpose.
No, you can't. This is the whole, it's a bit randomness in it.
Oh, I just lost that die.
Must be expensive replacing all those dice that roll like shit all the time.
Oh, man. I was just in the hobby shop the other day, do you look lucky? Because, I don't know, I clearly don't know how to pick them. I rolled a 14.
14, still dream state for you. So we are back to Galen. Galen, 6 Driders, and Peleus is out of the room, and you have another Mind Flayer just next to you.
Yeah, I'll take care of the Mind Flare, and then... Is this Mind Flare also hurt?
Yes.
Okay. That's only a 14.
14 doesn't hit.
Yeah, then I'll Flurry Blow it, and hopefully... 15.
15 hits. Yes.
Oh, good. So that's a total of 28.
A 28 kills it. So as you do, his head kind of smacks from your kicks, and he's sprouts inkish blood everywhere.
I will throw him out of one of the windows near to with the Driders.
Okay,
Not
good.
To, hit them or anything, just to intimidate them.
Okay, so as you do, kind of, it flies, and the magical barrier that keeps the water away kind of shimmers around it, and then it kind of floats with blood all over the place. One of the Driders jumps and starts to eat him.
Ooh.
1 down, 5
Yes.
to go.
So
And then I start looking at the tridents that are in the room.
the Tritons.
Do we really want to feed the enemy?
So the remaining 3
And I
Tritons.
start looking at Forgar that's in the room.
So
I'm just looking stoked.
so the remaining 3 Tritons, one of them seems to be standing close to Forgar. The other 2 are locked in battle with 4 Drow warriors that seems to have, like peaceful, uncaring looks on their face. This is kind of, they are fighting crossbows. They're with the scimitars. They push them. They smack them. It looks like they are preventing them from entering the room via the main entrance, basically.
I will maneuver so that I'm between the Driders and my friends that are still
Okay.
stuck in the state.
Good.
So they hopefully won't be able to get around me.
Good. Quarian, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I focused on the Mind Flare twice.
Wait,
on
this
the mind,
kind of drives me nuts. Just a second.
Was I
So
the
are we
only...
slaying Harshnag?
No, was I the only one that thought that he wanted to just slay like the evil party members? Like half the party.
Right?
Sorry.
That's what I thought.
2 of
Yeah,
them.
it's 3 versus 3 now, and Harshnag.
Rukwi, what kind of god is he worshipping right now?
Yeah, I'm listening. Quarian.
It's totally equal. Yeah.
Okay. Do I still see Forgar? And when I look at Forgar, do I still see him like?
So
flying
you
on
have
a dragon?
you have
That's
to you,
dope.
you have to tell me who are you focusing on, and then I can kind of reveal you the first. But yes, Forgar is still flying there. But you need to let me know who you focus
Swaying a
on.
little.
I'll continue focusing on the Mind Witness.
Okay. So
There's still Neverwinter in my mind.
So as you do, you can see you're back to the party, and there is someone there with the his back is to you. He looks like wealthy and strong, like broad shoulders, and he's standing next to a dwarf, and he's basically saying, who do they have? And the dwarf says, well, they've got the Centaurium and the black stuff. We can't trust them anymore. It seems like our ally is the Xanatar right now.
He asked him who does they have, and he says they've got the.
They've got the Centaurium and the black stuff, so we can't trust them anymore. And then the dwarf said, we only have the Xanatar on our side, so it seems.
Uh-huh.
And then the large man says, well, what about the Frost Giant? And the dwarf says, the bounty hunters are about to get him.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And the man snorts, and then the dwarf says, no. These guys are pros. These are giant slayers. They'll get the job done.
Okay.
So it seems like Harshnag is in danger.
Do I have like any sense of when that conversation happened, or is it happening right now? Is it something that happened in the past?
So if you read the powers of the mind, the eyewitness correctly, you believe that all this is happening right now.
Got it.
And another roll.
Yeah, another roll. Sorry. 4.
4. Okay, still in dream state. And the rest.
Yeah, still focusing on Vascarava. I guess what I'd like to do is encourage him down that line of thought. What I'd like to lean him towards or push him towards is when his people are free and he's victorious, where are they going to go and what are they going to do? Like, what's the intention? Freeing your people is one thing. What are they going to do afterwards? I mean, thousands of mind flayers is not a good thing.
Okay, so you have like this horrid vision of a city emerging from the ocean. So think of a massive bedrock on top of which are scattered like multiple deformed buildings, and they simply rise up from the sea under a mass of tentacles, and this thing hovers, and above it you can sense the illithids as they perform some sort of a ritual, and then the skies rip open and tentacles kind of starts to descend from the sky, whatever they have in plan for Faerun.
It ain't good.
It ain't good. No.
Okay. All right. I will try and make my intelligence saving throw, I guess.
Yes.
21.
21, and you are out. You can see Galen just leaving positioning himself in front of a couple of windows opening in the rift, and you can see giant spidery figures move closer to him. You can see behind you Tritons and Draw are locked in battle, while what you believe to be Peleus as a bear kind of swims outside. With Quirion and Forgar still locked with Vosdorava and Mind Witness, kind of, they're still kind of drooling and stuff. So this is what you see. At this point, the Driders shuffle in, and we don't have a Mind Flayer, which is fine.
Can I use a bonus action?
To do what?
Cast a spell.
Yes, I will allow it.
I'm gonna cast Far Step on myself.
Far Step.
Yeah, it just allows me to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space I can see, and on each of my turns before the spell ends, I can use a bonus action to teleport.
Okay.
And I'd just like to teleport farther away from the spiders.
Okay, so you kind of
room.
stay closer to the Tritons. That's fine. So 2 of the Driders will attack Galen. The other 2 will attack Peleus, who is outside, and the last ones will zoom in toward Vosdorava and the Mind Witness. So 2, 2, and 2. So Galen, this is 6 attacks basically. 3 attacks from each Drider. They are carrying long swords.
18 to hit for me.
Okay, so the first one is a 22, another 22, so the 2 hits, and this is not enough. 3 more. Okay, this is a 27, so 3 hits. This is a 1. Last one. This is a 3. Okay, so 3 hits. I'll simply take the average damage, which is 21 points of slashing damage. Peleus, 2 Driders attack you.
Armor class F 11.
Okay.
And did they use longsword, you said?
A longsword, yes.
Then they should have disadvantage in water.
With on Peleus.
Unless they have swimming speed, then they have disadvantage.
They don't have swimming, but they're not idiots. So this natural weapons don't have it, right? Just one.
Remember.
Yeah. Let me see. They have no, so they'll roll with disadvantage. That's fine. Damn it, I don't have. Let's make it easier for me. There. Okay, we'll do it this way. So first attack, that's a 4, not relevant. Second attack, 1. Third attack, that's actually a 17 on like this is 11 is your AC. So 2 hits. Okay, so this is only 2 hits, which means 14 points of slashing damage from the 2 Driders. And then the remaining 2 will try to hit Vostorava.
Is it 2 or just 1 because 1 is busy eating? You
No,
can
no,
say
it was just for kind of, fluff. It ate him, and now she's fine. So this is 3 attacks. Okay, so we have 1 hit against him. That's 8 points of damage, and the Mind Witness. So that's 2 hits. That's 14. 7 points and 14. Okay, so it seems like those 2 Driders managed to draw blood from Vostorava and the Mind Flayer, and they are reeling from the pain. That's that. Okay, Peleus, you're on.
Okay, so what if I do a grapple on them and like hug them very tight so that the air, they're holding their breath right now, right?
Oh, that's
so if
amazing.
I like grapple them very tight and make the air escape from their lungs.
Yeah, that's awesome. So make a strength check against one of them. And I'll do a dex. No, it's the same. I can do
16.
Okay, so I rolled a 12. So you managed to hold one of them kind of very strong. The creature tries to scratch you and push you away, but you manage to kind of squeeze all the air from its body. And in this state, next round it will die if you continue to hold it.
Nice.
Yes, actually. Forgar.
Yeah.
So as you take the sword, and this dragon tells you to remember the shard. What do you want to do? You want to ask someone? You're still in this psychic vision state. You can focus on one of your friends, on Vostorava or on the eyewitness, or you can still focus on this weird Triton dragon that just handed you something.
I want to focus back in on my friends and see if I think that they think that slaying Harshnag won't be totally the end of the world. I know it'll be a new world. It'll be this new dragon run.
Who are you looking?
But
Who are you looking at specifically? Quarian,
so
Galen.
it would have been Rookvi.
Oh, this is. Oh my. So if you focus on Vukvi, you, I think, kind of. I don't know. Maybe he should do it, but focus on someone else. I don't want to kind of.
All right. Let's go Quarian because you give off one of the least evil vibes here.
So Quarian, what do you think? Kind of within all this, kind of what unconscious thoughts kind of surface as
About killing Harshnag?
Yeah, you kind of about Harshnag. You kind of Forga kind of probes into your mind. What do you think about Harshnag? His part of this.
I think that a lot is dependent on him. I think that we need him in order to find out why the giants are uprising and why the whole Illithid situation is happening. Although with all the new information that we just got right now, and it's new information, so it's kind of hard to cross-reference with what Harshnag would be saying later. Harshnag could also be like the most dangerous thing because he seems like to be the key for. And I don't know if I know this right now because this is something that Andres only knows, right? So yeah. So at the moment, I just know that Harshnag is the key to finding why the giants are uprising, and I want to help him.
Forgar, I need an int saving throw.
10.
Okay,
I
still.
really like the idea of ruling the world.
Yeah, I understand you totally. Galen, what do you want to do? 6 riders, 4 draw.
I'll just going to relax and let my friends take care of everything now. They totally got it while I'm getting stabbed to death. No, I'll fight back against these Striders. I will attack one of the Strider with a 21 to hit, and then I'll try to stun it.
Okay.
So it needs to do a Constitution save.
21 to hit. Constitution save. She rolled a 5. No, even with a bonus, it isn't amazing.
Oh, good. So she's stunned
Okay.
until the end of my next turn, and then I'll continue to attack her with advantage now. So that's a 28 to hit. That's a 29 to hit, and I'll flurry a blow. So that's 28 to hit.
Good.
So that's 4 attack that all hits.
Yes.
And also, I'll knock her prone just because I can, for free with one of my flurry attacks.
Maybe you can throw her back into the water. That will she'll suffocate too.
Stop giving me good ideas. I'll just knock her prone. Since that's what I said, I could have knocked her back, and she'll fail that automatically since she's stunned. So that's a total of 43 points.
43 points of damage, and she is prone, right?
Yes.
Good. So you attack it. You can kind of dent her armor, but she doesn't kind of lose the calm expression. You have kind of reason to believe that she is being mind controlled. That's great. Anything else?
No, that's my action and bonus action, and I'm just standing right here.
Okay, Aquarium.
I'm gonna keep focusing on the mind witness. This party thing is interesting.
Did
Okay.
you make your save, or?
Yeah, I don't remember. If you made a save, you're out.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
I probably never will either.
Okay. So what you see, kind of focusing on the party, is you kind of fly out of the window and you can see Neverwinter in all of its beauty. You notice that it's nighttime, and Neverwinter is kind of split in two. There is a part of it that seems to be recently rebuilt. Then there is a massive chasm. How do you kind of pronounce it? Chasm. Halfway through the city that seems to be fixed or filled. It looks like it has been something very deep, and that it kind of almost split the city in two, but then it was kind of filled with dirt and sand, etc. And the part of the city after this chasm is in ruin. And then you kind of focus on what appears to be a temple of the god Ogma in the ruined part of it. And then you are drawn into it. And, again, this vision of dirt and earth, and as you kind of go deeper and deeper, and then a portal made of pure golden energy is hovering in mid-space, like in this vast cavern, and you can see a man chanting powerful words of magic, and you can see the ring on his finger, a ring that you recognize, and you believe that you are seeing Lord Shael, right? Andrest.
Yeah.
And as he kind of shouts his magical words into the portal, it opens, and a host of intellect devourers and other aberrant creatures kind of pour out and rush toward the Zentarium that kind of leads them toward the area where the party is being held.
So this has already happened then.
This is happening.
It is happening right now.
Yeah, but
these are in addition to the intellect devourers that I've seen with my wife already getting prepared for battle.
Yes, and you now know where the portal is located. This place, the Temple of Ogma, this is kind of a major landmark. It will, I mean, you know exactly where it is right now. So,
Okay.
if you make a history check, I might tell you kind of a little bit more about
Yeah,
this.
sure.
So go for
And
it. You are a bard after all.
Yeah, but to do it, intelligence check.
And the dice really hate me. So I got a total of 10.
Okay, so with a 10, all you remember is the name of this place. It's called the House of Knowledge, but you can't remember really how it got to this state of ruin.
Okay.
Okay, intelligence check?
16.
Almost, but not enough. So that was Korean. Anderist.
Okay, so
6
how many is
Driders.
it, Driders?
6
I can see
Driders. Yeah, and it seems like the Tritons are still holding the draw. There are 2 draw dead and 1 Triton dead, but the remaining 2 kind of
Okay.
1 basically managed to hold 2 at bay.
Sorry, who are?
The Triton
So
and
1 Triton alive, and he is kind of fighting 2.
Right. I'm gonna cast a 5th level cause fear. So the 5 closest Driders all need to make a, I want to say, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, yeah. DC 18.
Okay, so let's see. The first has failed, the second is passed. This is another fail, so out of 3, 1 succeeded.
5 of them.
Yeah. This is another success and another failure. So 3 of them are they kind of have to kind of move as far as they can from you, right?
Well, they're just frightened of me, so they have the frightened condition. They're frightened of me. So they have disadvantage, I believe, on.
Disadvantage on attacks as long as you're within sight and they can't move closer to you.
Good.
Yeah, and they can repeat the saving throw. I think it's at the beginning or end of each of their turns. Let me double check. At the end of each of its turns, they can repeat their saving throw.
Good.
So, and then I'm just gonna teleport, just like 20 feet to closer to the mind witness.
Okay.
I'm beside it.
Okay.
There are 2 Driders next to the Mind Witness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they fail their saving throw?
So I don't know. So let's out of 6. So roll a d6 for me, and if it turns out a 1, they did.
4.
Okay. So they didn't.
So they failed? Or they
No,
succeeded?
they succeeded.
Okay. Then I will teleport. So then I guess the one that's over by Galen failed.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to teleport beside Galen.
Okay, good. That's a safe
I'll
location.
just appear beside it and I'll go boo.
I'll look at you and say, hey.
Hey.
So
totally calm.
yeah. So on their turn, the 2 Driders that are next to Vostarava and the Eyewitness will strike again. And so it's 3 attacks against the Mind Witness. This is okay, so 2 got in. So this is 14 more points of damage. And Vostarava, this is a miss, hit, and another hit. So also 14 points of damage. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
What?
I couldn't teleport.
Okay. So we have success, and those who failed, they can still attack, but with disadvantage, right? Okay. So one of them, 2 of them will attack Peleus, who is outside with a disadvantage. So that's a no. That's a yes. And another yes. So Peleus, this is 14 more slashing damage from one of the Driders. Disadvantage. This is no. This is a yes, and this is a
Yeah,
no.
that means I will turn back into elf form.
Okay, and after you turned into an elf form, you can take 7 points more from second attack, and so that was 2 and 2, and we have 2 remaining. They can still attack Galen, right? I mean, there's nothing prevent them from doing that, simply with a disadvantage. What?
One of them is stunned, since I stunned it.
Okay.
That's not a strike. But yeah,
So-
the other attacks.
Okay, so just one. With a disadvantage. What's your AC?
18.
18. So that's 12 plus exactly 1. So this is 1 hit. This is not a hit. So 2 hits. This is 14 points of slashing damage. And now they can repeat their saving throws. Yeah?
Yeah, at the end of their turn, yes.
Okay. So this is wisdom.
Yep.
So 14 for 1. This is less than that. And this is way less than that. So they're still frightened. Good. 1, 2. Good. Peleus, the Drider that you are holding is dead. You choked her to death. What do you want to do now? You still have one in front of you.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, that worked really well. I guess I'm gonna try to do the same.
You are an elf now, so just keep in
Yeah,
mind.
I know.
And you're holding your breath for like 3 rounds already. So what's your Constitution modifier?
1.
Okay, I think if I'm not mistaken.
That's 1 minute.
What? That's 1 minute.
1 minute, yeah.
Okay, so this is fine. Yeah.
I have huge problems with that rule, but
Yeah.
In combat, that's basically infinitely.
Yeah.
so-
yeah, one minute while fighting. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
So make a strength check against her 8.
Okay. That seems doable with a +0. Apparently not. It's a 5.
Okay, so you kind of try to hold her, and she simply kind of pushes you, like this, and you kind of.
It's probably very awkward.
It out on his head, like, while he's doing.
Okay, so that was Peleus. So do you want to swim anywhere? I mean, you still have your movement because you didn't grapple her. So
Yeah, but she will attack me if I move, right?
yes, I mean, yeah.
I will just stay there.
Okay, good. Forgar. Still in dream state. What do you want to do?
Still in dream state.
Focus on your friends. Focus on this Triton who is next to you. Focus on Vostorava or the Mind Witness.
Let's go. I don't know. Seeing my friends and them being like, maybe we shouldn't kill Harsnag. Thanks, Quarian. I still think we should kill him. I'm back on board the thing that we're investigating. I want to listen to his brain.
Okay, good. So as you do, you get a read about Vostorava and this creature itself. You see visions that the same thing that the Tritons have followed here. They kind of said something about a thing slithering from their plane into this plane. You believe that this tyrant has bent to its will part of the mind flayers, and it seems that Vostorava is looking for the same temple that Harshnag has a map to. It's called the Temple of the All-Father. the eye of the Allfather. And it seems like the Mind Flayers believe that something within this, or something or someone within this temple can provide them the means with getting rid of this tyrant. Maybe there is a weapon there or knowledge, but they strongly believe. Yes. And now that you kind of figured that out, you believe that maybe by eliminating the source of this knowledge, like only Harshnag knows the way there. So if you fix that, how does that guarantee your empire? You're not really sure, but you can definitely understand that this is kind of a crux point, a big decision. And at this point, you believe that currently Vostarava is aware of all the information that I told you about this party, the Zentarium, the Lord Shael kind of opening the portal, its location. So Vostarava is also in the know-how of all this.
Like the whole time, or like as we had the visions? Like, was he privy to this attack happening now?
You believe that part of his interrogation kind of now revealed all this information to him, but probably without your personal aspects of it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and with
Intelligence saving throw?
No, with this, Vostarava breaks the circle. He learned everything he needs to learn, and you find yourself in this chamber with all those creatures around you. Nautiloid, like parts of nautiloids kind of floats in the water, bleeding ink. Dead tritons hover in the water. More illithids kind of close in. What do you do? It's basically Galen's turn.
Is he carrying a holy?
I made up that.
What?
Is he carrying a holy Avenger sword?
Oh,
suddenly?
that's a good point. What are you carrying right now? Like your weapon right now? Is it? It's an
I got
axe?
a frost giant axe.
So you realize that as you hold it, you kind of remove your hand, and there is a shard, a bluish greenish shard attached to it, as if you got it, and while holding your axe, you attached it to it. You believe that this shard is called the Light of Arcosia, and it needs something to trigger. So you believe that if this weapon is used to slay Harshnag, this shard will kind of light up, and your axe will transform into a formidable weapon.
Oh, it only needs the good guy. You're good.
Says the guy carrying around a scalpel.
Yeah. Oh, it's I'm just saying, one more fallen paladin in our party is not a big deal.
There was a pattern.
Hey man, I lasted a long time.
You did. Peer pressure got to you.
Come on, if there was a kingdom named after you that you got to rule, you might be questioning things. I've seen some crazy shit, man.
I'm already questioning things. Need to keep.
So you can kind of discuss what do you want to do. I mean, obviously, if you look around, the Triton army is barely holding the Illithids. You have kind of survived 6 rounds without all those monsters killing Vostarava or the Mind Witness. Both of them are hurt. You have a lot of information on your hands, and basically this place is kind of under heavy attack. What do you want to do?
I look at Vostrava and I ask him, why did he stop the interrogation? I have more questions.
But I have learned everything I needed.
I look over at Andres and say, "Did you get what you need?"
I just nod.
Okay. I will turn my back on the riders and end this thing, hopefully, if we're still going by turns.
Yes, we are going by turns.
Yes.
Go, go,
Yeah.
go.
I will go and kill the mind witness.
You
Okay.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm
There's no
ending.
You were
What?
gonna.
I'm ending this.
We're
This
gonna
is
have
the thing they want. Yes,
What-
I
what-
know.
And Vastrava instead.
After.
Vastrava is dead.
No,
Not yet,
We, sh- we
not
should
yet.
make you. We should try to kill
Uh,
you.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I fumbled my last attack, but it was a 17, a 21, and a 23 to hit the mind
All
witness.
hit.
Not the natural one, sadly.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm. And James, I think we're getting an echo from you.
Maybe.
35 points of damage.
So 35 with addition
more
to
echo,
the
thank you.
21. 35. Okay. So it just like sits there, taking in your hits, and it like from some of its eyes, you can see tears starts to kind of flow, but it doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. Just stand there.
And it's looking up at me with puppy eyes and like
right.
small like, why, master, why? And I'll continue crushing it with a smile on my face.
So do you have more attacks, or how does it work?
Only 4 attacks, I know. I don't have enough.
Okay, so it's Quarian's turn.
Okay, I scream at Galen, like, why the hell are you doing that? And then I scream to all of you guys, I know where the portal is. Let's go there right now. Hold my hands.
The portal?
Don't you have to move to us though?
What portal?
All over. So you want us to come to you? I don't even know what he's talking about. I don't know. What
The portal in Neverwinter.
Oh, that.
How are we getting to Neverwinter?
I'll get you guys. I can teleport us all.
I didn't know you could teleport now.
I told you that last time.
I don't pay attention to you. I mean,
Never listen to the bard.
I will say, good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for you guys to actually come hold my hand so we can teleport out of there.
No, that's fine. So
How hurt is the mind witness?
no, he's close to death. Like
Good. Then when it gets to my turn again, I will use my action to kill it. And
So-
then I'll go hold hands with the bard, and we'll go off to our happy ending together.
So Enderist, you have what do you want to do? As people kind of as your friend starts to move toward Quarian, who is starting to cast his teleport spell, what do you want to do? You have kind of an action before it happens.
how badly hurt does Vostrava look?
He is hurt. He is more hurt than the Mind Flayer, than the Mind Witness. Let's see. Bloodied.
Bloodied?
Yes.
Oh. In that case, that changes everything. I will cast. What level is that? A 6th level vitriol. Can I cast a vitriolic sphere on him and just hit him and like the 2 Driders?
He is actually standing next to the Mind Witness. So
So can I cast it behind him so that it just hits him and the Drider?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, 6th level vitriolic sphere. So they both need to make dexterity saving throws. And I'm going to use Titan Spell on him.
Galen
It
kind
is
of
probably fair. It is probably fair that it hits me also. I would
Well, I'm
say.
casting it
But
behind him so it doesn't hit the Mind Witness. I would try and angle it so it doesn't hit Galen.
I'm totally fine with it hitting me.
I don't think you are, but
Okay, so is it like acid, right? Just for me to kind of... Okay.
He has disadvantage because I'm heightening the spell for him.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, then that's a failure.
And is it close enough to hit me or not?
I like if it's a sphere, you can probably move it in a way that doesn't hit you.
Yeah. James, can I borrow some D4s, please? I need some.
Sure.
You can
I'll
do it.
just-
You can do it in Google.
This is more fun.
I can hop on my bicycle and ride to your place. I'll be there in
So-
about an hour.
Until he calculates damage, it's the monster's turn. But Peleus and Forgar, what do you want to do? Well, or do you have the number?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
7 points of acid damage this round.
Okay, so he is, as this spell kind of explodes around him, his flesh is being melted away by that powerful wave of acid. He kind of reaches out to you as you do that, but then this is it. There is no more Vosterava, only this clink, 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 clink of a ring that falls on the ground.
Yeah, his Ion Stone is toast too, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted that.
I couldn't see any other way to get it.
So
Could I grab that out of the air?
no. Wait,
That.
Peleus and Forgar, what do you want to do? While Anders is casting this spell
And I will move over to.
pray, to hold hands with Corinne. So what do you guys do?
I don't know, man.
You have the eyewitness still very hurt in the middle of the room. Postarava is probably gone. The Triton is just lying there next to the wall with 4 draw warriors scattered around him.
I'm going to attack the eyewitness.
Roll.
You guys are missing the true enemy here, but whatever.
Hmm?
I said I think you're missing the true enemy here, but whatever.
I thought the other dude was dead.
Yeah, the other
Talking
dude
about
is dead.
six Striders.
He
Yeah,
attacks
we're
them.
running away from them.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta put this guy out of his misery.
Oh, that's nice.
17.
Hits. Roll your damage. Peleus, what do you do? As you see Forgar trying to end the miserable life of this creature.
So inside the room, it looks like the enemies are pretty much all dead.
So actually, no. There are 6 Driders still present.
Oh, they are still there. Okay.
Yeah, but it seems like you can maneuver fast.
4 riders in the room.
Yeah, 2 outside.
No, in that case, I will try to kill the Drider that's right in front of me again. With a grapple, because that worked so well at least once.
Did he
So I
not
got-
hear about the teleport? Since he was outside the water swimming?
So it seems like your friends are approaching Quarian, who is casting a spell, and he is reaching out for them to hold his hands. You have a reason to believe that if you stay too long outside, you will be
I
missed.
will miss the teleport. Okay then.
I didn't know he could teleport. Right.
Yeah, simply go.
Yeah. We only talked about it last time when we were making plans. I could teleport us there. I could teleport us there. I said, wait, what? You could teleport? You only mentioned that like 20 times. Come on,
That's true.
make it more clear.
So I got it 14 damage.
14 damage ends it for him.
And I want to stop and look at the crystal. I know they said that it needed to be harsh nag, but I'm going to be looking after everything that I hit with this axe for that crystal to change colors.
Okay. It doesn't change color right now.
As the creature dies, I just try to look at it and think to it, I'm sorry. But I'm happy that you're out of misery now.
Okay. Glurmp ends its short but full life under the blade of Forgar. Come on.
Then I go hold Quarian's hand.
Yeah, Peleus, what
I'm
do you
not
do?
getting left behind.
I will shove the spider away from me and swim to the room.
Okay, so you kind of burst out of the window with a waterfall of seawater after you, and you rush to your friend as Quarian completes the spell. Magical energy surrounds you, and then the rift kind of moves. The rift kind of moves again. Do you remember the scene from the 4th of July? It's called like the Alien movie with Will Smith when they're all going out. Independence Day, right? And then they see this ship kind of coming out of the atmosphere. So the same scene, but underwater, like something immense in size kind of bursts from the horizon, from that portal that was open, and approaches the rift. This is the city that I think Andrist saw in his vision, and just as this horrid scene kind of unravels itself in front of you, the teleportation spell kind of holds you and whisks you away. Where?
Before I run away, I will look at the Stravis, whatever, mind flare thing, and just like look at him, make sure he seems to be fully dissolved and dead. And quickly take off the ring that he dropped.
He is a puddle. But the ring that you collect isn't a ring of the Vast Adar. It's the other ring of the other faction, the Vast Mirage. So this ring doesn't look like a Hail Hydra. It looks like basically the... I'll send you a picture. I think it will be as clear, but it's definitely different than the other ring. So,
and I will give, as soon as we finish the teleport, I will give it to Andrist. He dropped this.
I will take it, but I'm not gonna say anything.
And then,
and I was, you finished him before I could, as I passed the ring over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't say anything. He just takes the ring and walks. Well, I mean, I don't know where we are, so I don't know what I do.
we are probably in Neverwinter, in or just outside of a temple to about a
is there a enemies coming at us? Is like, did you teleport us?
Yeah, it's like the Mind Flayer city is basically right behind your tail as you kind of teleport away. So you vanish just in time to see it kind of coming in, and then the transporter malfunction, and you're stuck in the buffers of Quarian's spell. No, it's magical energy around you, and we'll find out where you materialize in the next session.
Okay.
Yeah, Quarian didn't say where he teleported us to. So, Oh, I needed a drink. I'm going to the bar.
Chult. You wake up in Chult.
Yeah.
I think we need a new beginning.
A new adventure, like this is...
Level 1!
Good.
It's actually a good question. Whether we should travel now to Neverwinter just, after everything's already crazy over there, and there's like a ton of people, enemies over there. I'm not sure we can do much about them, or just go to Harshnag and ignore whatever's happening in Neverwinter.
So actually,
or that divorce lawyer you were talking about. You really need that. That's important.
Oh, he didn't. Ito forgot to tell us that Harshnag's actually a level 10 divorce lawyer as well.
I'll let him divorce you before I kill him.
So I kind of imagine that as kind of you hold hand and Anders kind of lets you kind of ask you Harshnag, yes, and you yes, what, no, and then you kind of so you need to come like you Avi, you need to come up with where you teleport your friends to, but you have to tell it only to me, so it will be a surprise for them next session. Okay, so you decide wherever you want to go. Let me know.
I'm hoping like a beat, some nice strings.
Yeah, beach. would
I
be-
see hula girls and coconuts.
Oh yeah.
No, he's a bard. He'll transport you to some library or something like that, or a concert hall.
First, I'll hit on all the girls.
Yeah, that's the colors. Yeah, guys, thank you very, very, very much, and have a good weekend. And hopefully, we'll see each other like not in 3 months' time. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
make it happen. Do you wanna play next week as well, or do you wanna like this is the 2-week route, or do you want to skip one? How do you want to do that?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do next weekend.
So
we
from now each Sunday, each other's.
That works for me. I'll adjust it in my calendar.
Okay, good,
I can adjust it.
good. Thank you very, very much. See you soon, and
You too.
be
Yeah,
nice.
fun session.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.